What do you think of the Quebec student protest right now?
Well, I think it's a demonstration of I would say, the democratic, our democratic life. Of course, some may not agree with what they are saying, and there's 1/3 of students who are demonstrating, 2/3 who are still, in class, and but I think that as long as it becomes part of a process, of a dialogue, a negotiation, and it turns to be something constructive, it's not in vain. It's not in vain.
What did you think
it's
of it?
It's very peaceful first, It is the necessity to be heard, That's very important, And when you are using arts with youth, and even in this kind of protest, on the street, it's not violent. Why do it become violent? It's for different reasons, but it's first an expression of something. It has to be said, You want to be heard. And it's a way you are using arts is that, it's a way to be heard through arts, through a peaceful weapon, I could say. What I said, it's the best weapon of construction, It's not a weapon of massive destruction. It's a weapon of massive construction,
What do you do when the people that are protesting, though, they don't use constructive weapons? That's the reality. Students protest against a school board or a government or whomever. The government doesn't have to do anything. So it's just words. It's an exercise. How do you get meaningful change to come out of expression?
Well, I think, first of all, by opening a space of dialogue, engaging in a conversation. Even with the Occupy movement, I think what is important is to connect to the indignation, what is provoking this anger, what are provoking those thoughts, and bringing them down, to the street, and find a way really of including this and engaging in a discussion. That's really important, and I find that, of course, it means taking a risk. Yeah. Unfortunately, many politicians are not open to the idea of taking risks. And engaging in a dialogue where you don't control everything that will be said, where what will be said is not necessarily what you want to hear, and being challenged by it is part of a creative way of considering governance. I find it very important to create those spaces.
But it is a duty, in politics, it is a duty to open a space for dialogue and to take the risk of dialogue. If not, it's not accessible here, Right. And that's important. And the new generation is using daily, more than daily, the tool of dialogue through internet, Twitter, and so on. The dialogue is there, And it's impossible now to ignore that, It's great,